Welcome back, everyone, to another day of Animal Crossing. I fixed my sleep schedule at 2. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Today is going to be another building episode. Let's see, there's someone visiting my campsite, so I don't know who it is. So let's go check out and see who it is before I go crazy picking up 10,000 flowers and breaking. Okay then. Okay then. Alright. Whatever. Let me go look at Lionel really quick. Cause he looks like I have like 3 presents from 3 of my favorites in here. He looks like Lionel, right? Because he is in fact a lion. A very powerful lion. And I wanna see what's up. So we'll go and take a peeksy poo. We'll go figure this out. Let's see. Hopefully Lionel's posted up outside his house. Oh, he's right there. Look at that. Okay, so he has like the same face, right? But for Lionel, it looks like, oh, hey, actually if I smack him, he'll look at me, right? But for Lionel, it looks like it belongs on him. Like, the whole red ginger thing, not feeling it at all. Like, 0 feeling it. Let's see. Let's put these on. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, you know what? I left something on in the kitchen. Now let me go turn it off. Okay. I had the crock pot on heating up food from yesterday. It was actually very tasty. Not as good as I thought it was gonna be, to be whatever. Alright, it's time for cleanup. Okay. I have so many flowers over here. Oh my god, alright. Let's just start picking them up. I'm gonna, oh my god, actually, you know what? Oh yeah, okay. Once I clean up everything currently right here, then we'll go down and we'll break down a little bit of my crafting area. If not, make it smaller. I know I could do very well with it being, downsized somewhat. So, we'll be fine with that. I'm also going to be building towards the left right here, so we're going to be getting rid of this stuff. Getting it out of here. So, here's a controversy that many of you probably don't know of, because it doesn't exist. And I thought it was going to. I've mentioned it prior. There is this show called Redo of Healer, right? It's based off a light novel. It has a very adult premise, I guess you can say. Senpai desu. Okay, I'll go talk to you. What's up? I'll talk to you, and I'll continue explaining the show. Say, don't you have a minute? I was gonna do a little shopping the other day, but I had something that was perfect. For clay? Yeah, sure, I'll go give it the clay. Why not? We'll go on a little adventure. It's okay. This building's gonna take forever anyway. I'm thinking it's probably gonna take 5-day time of me playing to be able to get it. And I think it's gonna take like 9 in-game time. No, yeah, 9 in-game times with 5 days of playing this game. So Redo Healer, just to pretty much talk about the premise. When there's heroes or whatever it may be, this guy's the hero of healing, and he can pretty much heal anything and take it onto himself. Blah 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 blah. You know how it goes, right? Super Isekai, ultimate power. Now the thing is, if you perform coitus with this man, you'll level up and you'll gain experience, because in this world you're capped. But when you do it with a hero, you end up taking their EXP and it gets better, and you level up beyond your cap. Let's see what you got in here. A rugby uniform. Sure, let me see how you're looking at. I'm looking pretty hot. Oh my god. Clay, you do, yeah, Clay, fine. You're fine with it, Clay. Yes, understandable. Very cool, Clay. And the show is, it's airing on Crunchyroll, right? I don't think it's ever going to get an English dub. It shouldn't, because the majority of it is the main character being raped the entire time, right? And people taking his honey to gain levels, because that's where the levels are. And the show is just pretty much about raping people, and him during his time while he was being raped, he ended up stealing experience points from everyone he was being raped by, until one day he became powered up. He it happened so much, and he just took a little minute until he got powered up. It's a very interesting show. I thought it was going to take on a whole bunch of controversy, just because the show just centers around being raped and raping people and revenge raping, and like a whole bunch of stuff like that. It's pretty intense. It's more like a hentai than anything else. There are uncensored versions, so they did, like, you know, make it for that purpose, but it's completely like a... It's like a power fantasy. It's like a teenage power fantasy, like 100%. I know how people say like isekais or that, where they're like, oh yeah, this person goes to another world, this loser, and then he's accepted and loved by everyone, and he has girls who likes him, and all those wonderful things like that, you know, like the dream, pretty much. You know, you're important, people look out for you, you're extra strong. And, you know, just kind of thinking about it a little bit more, like, when I hear Golden Casket, I already have it. When I hear people talk about shows like this, like Shield Hero, or ReZero is not an example of that, but like Konosuba, there's so many isekai shows now. Overlord, where it's just like these power fantasies, where they get an ability or they're like super powerful. Konosuba isn't like that too much. It's, you know, it's making fun of the isekai genre to begin with, but it's so interesting, because this is like the embodiment of what people are like, oh, this is why I don't like series like this. Like, this is like the perfect example, like the 100% perfect example, that, you know, where a show goes too far. And I'm pretty sure it has like a late time slot or whatever it may be. But I don't know, I find it interesting. I watch it, I'm just kind of like, man, it's kind of like, it sucks, because the character is just like mind broken and fucked up the entire time, because everyone keeps raping him, and they're forcing him to, and they're feeding him drugs because to make him like it, and it's like, it's fucking intense. It's fucking intense, but I don't know, man. I can't stop watching it. It's fun to me. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, you know, you have people getting beat up and stuff like that, beaten down while it's happening. But it's like, it's just pure... It's pure, unadulterated, like, revenge fantasy that you would think of. You know? I don't know. Very interesting. And I thought there was going to be controversy because of the subject matter, but no one gives a fuck. Most likely because a company hasn't come out and stated it, or it's just because there's so many enemies out right now. No one really fucking notices. You know, like the interspecies reviewer, which I really liked. I think that was really good. You know, people shit on it because it's, you know, it's about sex work or whatever it may be, but it makes sex work be like in a very positive light, if that makes any sense. Where there's rules and respect and whatever it may be within it that comes with that line of work that, you know, is within the real life. But everyone likes to belittle sex workers or whatever it may be. You know, it's became like a how do you say, a joke, just due to like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, Becky gets a OnlyFans. Right? Everyone and their mom has an OnlyFans. You have teachers having OnlyFans because they can't make money They don't make money, enough money, which is kind of weird, you know, for like religious people or whatever it may be. People with like, I guess a lot of people with who are normal and aren't within that life, they usually view that as like the lowest low. Like, oh, you're selling your body for this, right? To make money. Like, you know, you couldn't work hard enough, you didn't do X, Y, and Z. You know, you get shit like that. And it's very interesting seeing people's reactions to how they view it. Because it's either you're a whore, you know, you're a failure, or whatever it may be. It's always like one of those when it comes to it. It's never celebrating people who do that at all. Even though I guess I can say, like, I don't find it as like a celebration per se, but I find it as something not admirable, but like it's a profession. I guess it's a thing that happens every single day. The reason me and you are here is because that happened between your parents, right? Between our parents, you know, whether you're straight, whether you're gay or non-binary, whatever it was, you need an X and a Y, and that's how it works, and that's how a lot of things get born. That's just the fact of life, brother. You know, and there are unhealthy things, and there are people who can't get that fact of life, and I don't think there's anything wrong with them doing anything extra to or paying or for services, anything like that. Like, it's just, I view it as another form of self-care, and then, you know, like with a lot of self-care, you could just go fucking crazy with it. You become addicts. You can become an addict when it comes to that. It's very interesting. I don't know. One of these episodes, I'm like totally for it. I really don't care. I really don't care. I remember a girl I dated wanted to do that way back when. I remember she was like, I'm not good at anything, I'm not smart at anything, I'm just gonna have to sell my body because it's the only thing I'm good at, right? I was like, well, you don't have to sell yourself short, for one. I was like, only do it if you ever want to do it. I'll support you through it no matter what. And she's like, what, you don't think it'd be me cheating on you? I was like, no, it's literally a faceless service. Where, you know, there's rules and conditions, and then in turn, you know, you upload the picture, and then man and woman go, like a picture, here's this money, and then that's it. It's very simple and very easy. I don't know. I don't villainize it at all. I'll never villainize it. I'll never villainize a way a person makes money when they're honestly doing it. You know, when it comes to those fucking shithead grifters, brother, I'll let you know, brother. I'll let you know. I don't give a fuck about them. Those fucking grifters. Oh my goodness. You're like, Luna, what's a grifter? Well, let's see. QAnon is a grift. You know, taking advantage of people's sensibilities and in turn manipulating it so it could profit for yourself, right? QAnon bullshit was just stuff that was posted on 4chan. I remember seeing it years ago when I was messing around on Poll. I was looking at Poll. I was like, why do people say this place sucks? And I'm like, God, everyone's fucking retarded. Right? And I seen like a Q drop. A fucking dumbass thing where it's just like, by the way, I have like level Q access, and that's what it is. It's so stupid. I have level Q access. Now, it pretty much got people's parents, like, they got. They were 100% got by it. People who were disenfranchised or didn't know who to point fingers at for their everyday life being bad, it fucking got them, right? And then people were like, yeah, wow, look at this. I can make money off this. I'm gonna make mugs, I'm gonna make cups, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of stuff regarding that. Thrifting, lies. I'm pretty sure there's another way to explain it with a little bit more finesse. I wonder if I could just go search it up. Let's see, grifting. Definition of grifting. All right, let's see. Present participle of grift. Money made dishonestly as in a swindle or confidence game. They engage in swindling and cheating. Be obtained by swindling or cheating. Yeah, so it's like it's fucking snake oils, man. That's the word. Snake oils salesman, right? That's what it is. Just lying. You're like still lying. Still lying. And you know, you get these people, you know, it's just like I view some churches as grifters also. Like those mega churches, I can definitely say those mega churches are grifters. I will 100% go along with that. They are grifting. They're taking advantage of people and doing things dishonestly. Donations and whatever it may be, like those people are fucking grifting to 100%. Like, holy fuck. Those those like evangelical pastors, like the super big ones, like you got to be careful of those, right? Because they have like a cult-like presence, and they have like they could pretty much choose people's life choices, and it's fucking terrifying. You know, ew, Jesus, I guess that's a way to show that religion is also one way you can grift. You know, instead of just political. Usually I see it as political because most people don't really understand what's going on. And that's totally understandable, because how can you understand what's going on when the world of politics is just fucking boring? It is so goddamn boring, it's not funny. Director's chair. Nice. Nice. Grandmama's chair. It's so fucking boring. A majority of the, like, here's a funny thing. More videos have been coming out from publications who also went to storm the Capitol, or press that was already there, because remember, it was a big day. We were going to certify the election on that day, so there was press there. Inside the building, filming what was happening in the upper piers, the upper pyres, or I forgot the word for it. And there's more videos coming out regarding it, and I find it absolutely fucking hilarious. I found it so fucking hilarious. I don't even know what to think of it, to be completely honest with you. Like, the people who went in there, there's gotta be something. I gotta find something in here. There's something in these binders. They were looking through the Senate's binders, right? Now, I don't know if you know this. A majority of the stuff that the Senate does when it comes to bills and whatever it is, it's free for you to view online. Those things that are in those big binders, those are the physical copies that they give out. You see them look through and talk and read about. Now, there may be some personal notes in them, right? Which may be something, but in the end, it's usually fucking nothing. The only thing you'll probably get with any sense of something in it is most likely emails. I think emails is probably a good one to figure out what's some secret shit. Let's see. 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I'm counting everything out just so I can make adjustments. Yeah, bruv. 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh shit. The Rust server that I've been watching, the offline TV Rust server, that has been pretty much dying, brother. It has been dying. Oh my great googly moogly. That was something that did not last for quite a long time, and I really liked it. I really liked seeing the interactions of a lot of people. You also had like a lot of weird fucking YouTube grifters on there. Fun way to, you know, fun. We're bringing up this word again. These fucking weird YouTube bastards. Who are starting. Look at these. He said, "Don't mind me, just doing my job. It's simple, and that's that." Just rolling it. Like these YouTube bastards that are just like trying to start issues with streamers, which is very interesting. I remember Keemstar, which he within himself is a grifter, gaining money on dishonesty and portraying it as news when he's just like a drama person. And I don't know why people go to him at all. There was this thing with Carson. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know who the fuck this guy was. I don't know who he is too much. I know that he's young. I remember seeing him a long time ago, and he was like riding, before COVID, he was like riding around in like a really expensive car, and he had like really beautiful women around him. I know he was in the, he thought he was in a relationship with someone, and she was just, she was in a relationship with a whole bunch of streamers, whatever it may be. You know, like, and recently his friends came out and stated that he was a pedophile. He was a pedophile. He was sexting fans when he was 18 and they were 17, right? And he talked about his friends and how he's like, oh, he feels guilty about it and he doesn't like it and he's gonna get rid of it, right? Just pretty much admitting to his close friends that he's like, oh yeah, I did this, I did X, Y, and Z. And you know, as a confessional within some way with his closest friends, and then his friends just kind of told everyone when it was already a dead and buried issue. And 17 and 18, when you're a teenager, whatever it may be, there's people who, like, I know people are like, oh, that's disgusting. Dating is, like, it's so close, it's not even, like, funny. Now, when it comes to handling nudes of a minor, that's big no matter what. Like, I remember when I was younger, I remember this, they kind of brought it up. Like, it's pretty much, yeah, it's harboring child porn or something like that. And it's kind of like it's not viewed as like, oh yeah, this is what you're purposely doing. It's just like, oh, it's just a situational matter. I don't know, man. I'm a big person when it comes to, hey, if someone does something wrong, and they own up to it and they confess to it and they're done with it, then, you know, that's it. Let's see, 1, 2. Let's see, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Like, when it comes to that, I'm pretty much fine. You know, you have teenagers who's like, oh, disgusting. I don't see anything wrong with it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. It's kind of shitty that all this shit came out and his friends just pretty much went against him. I really don't understand it. There's no maturity when it comes to things regarding that with them, and he doesn't seem like a guy who purposely wants to hurt people. But that doesn't really matter. I'm pretty much going off his confession, him confessing to his friends and saying he didn't like doing it, and then he stopped because you know, he gained notoriety. And if you want to talk about the idea that, oh, you're using your fame for to take advantage of fans or whatever it may be, that is always going to happen. You're always going to have people throw things at you, being clout chasers and whatnot, or just people who are just looking up to someone and they're like, they want to get into a relationship with it. How many YouTube videos have you seen? How many YouTube comments have you seen of like male and female YouTubers where you have like the comment section completely being absolutely in love with the person and wishing they would date them and whatever it may be, right? That's just a thing. That's just a part of fandom. And my stance on using your notoriety to get like sex and relationships, I personally don't think that is a issue, because then what does that mean, right? what does that mean? Does this mean this person can only date other YouTubers, other people who are famous? Because it doesn't really make any sense within it. Although it goes on to the whole predatory type of thing. But if it's two consenting adults, then it really doesn't matter in the end. You know, I've dated viewers, and it never was like predatory like that within a sense. I know I've had a couple of people who I talked to throw themselves at me when I was younger, and I was like, no, just say no, and that's it, and it's over. Now 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice. And, I don't know, you can definitely go wrong when it comes to it. I can definitely say that there isn't no taking advantage of when it comes to it. Let's see, 1, 2, 5. And I think that's what most people are pointing out when it comes to it. But if a girl or a guy feels bad because they ended up doing something with someone, then like I don't know what to really think. You know, if you're upset because you're, you know, you were. Do they do that backwards? That's so weird. So 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5. But I don't know. There was a, I remember there was a case, a year or two ago, if I'm not mistaken. It was like this Indian comic guy who was on Community. He was dating a girl, and then pretty much he weirded her out, and she didn't like it, but she stuck around, and then she left, and then after a while, she felt guilty about it, and felt like he assaulted her. That one's kind of weird. It's really interesting seeing that one, because he was being like a fucking weirdo freak, but when it comes to like relationships and mixing with people, like you do weird things with people, right? I don't know. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is 30 wide. This is straight up 30, huh? Nice. Alright, here we go. We're gonna be doing this again. Alright, let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7. So if it's 30, right? And we put it in 7. So the middle, alright, so if we're gonna do half, so half was right here, if I'm not mistaken. So it's 5, 10, 15. So 5, 10, 15. So this is half currently right now. So right here is half. So we'll mark this as the 15 spot right here. There we go. But I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff with people coming out. I want to say like maybe 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago, where they were just coming out about their spouse being shitty and an awful person, which that happens a lot. If you take care of things personally, I don't think that's something you should be outed for. To be completely honest with you, I feel like that is a terrible thing. And when it comes to the internet and becoming a online persona, you end up ruining people's lives. And just because you had a shitty relationship with someone, I don't think that constitutes you pretty much having your livelihood taken from you. I don't view it within that light. You know, unless you like are literally raping and murdering people and abusing people, you know. If you own up to it and you're 100% with it, I'm perfectly fine with it. Like I said, I'm not one of these people. I'm not one of these people who will demonize and fucking hate people who do awful things. People do stuff and then they end up learning from it. You've done bad things, you know, and they just did a fucking terrible thing. It doesn't mean they're wholly like inexcusable. And when you talk about situations like this, people are like, oh yeah, well, what happens if this person, let's say this person rapes someone. It was like, what if they raped your sister? What would you do? I was like, I'd be pissed. I'd be mad. I'd probably want that guy dead, right? That, you know, these vengeful feelings. But that's just not how society is now. I would want that person to get better and not be an awful person who ruins someone's entire life. You know? I see so many. I see it on TikTok. I see it on YouTube. I see it on so many things where people have this boner for revenge. And I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it comes from movies. I don't know if it comes from just the way the society is, but when it comes to this revenge factor, it's almost fucking everywhere. And a lot of people have different views on this. Like what I'm saying, like, is completely like shit that I'm saying cannot even, like, most people can't even fathom thinking that. They're like, if some guy kills my mom, I want them dead. If someone rapes my sister, I want them dead. Right? But that just isn't the thing. We have a system where you're supposed to, not recoup. What is it called? Fuck. Not reimburse. Rehabilitate people. But guess what? We're not rehabilitating people. We're just making people worse off, brother. Like, I don't know. I don't know. The way the systems are fucked. I see how some systems are overseas, seeing how they don't treat prisoners like fucking, you know, second-class citizens. It's pretty interesting. And people are like, oh, people are going to want to commit crimes to go into these prisons. And it's very interesting just kind of thinking of these things. I know for a fact there are people who don't know how to cope with the outside world and then in turn committed crimes just so they can go back. I know that. I've seen that. That is a real thing. Can you really do anything to that? No. Not really. When you think about it, you know, I don't think people commit crimes unless you're a true sociopath for a reason. It's a lot of heat in the moment things, or being forced to do it, or a thing that builds you up to it, right? You know, and sometimes there's just shitty people and they can't be fixed. But as long as they get tried and they, you know, they attempt to be fixed, then, you know, that's good. But that doesn't stop the heartache and the terrible things that they did at all. I can definitely tell you that. Because there's the, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to think. I don't remember the guy's name. I don't. He got executed and he got like really big on Twitter, and people are like, and he didn't get a pardon and he didn't do anything along those lines. He was an accessory to a murder. He didn't shoot anyone, but he was like a part of it, right? And it caused like these really, really great people to die. And they died brutally in a terrible fashion that you don't want anyone to die in. And he confessed and he stated everything related to what was happening. And then he was put to death. I don't think someone who was an accessory, like maybe a driver, is wholly 100% responsible within that way, but that is definitely a terrible thing. You were part of the cause. Now, if, let's say, you know, and let's say you're like a person who was a part of the cause and you knowingly did it, I think that's it's completely different, and there is some punishment that comes towards it, and he was part of it. And he was a cog in the wheel that caused these wonderful people to die. And even though he didn't pull the trigger, he was, you know, he was the thing that delivered them to him. And it's terrible. And I think people like that can be, you know, can learn from the mistake and continue to go on. And I think the person who also kills someone could probably learn from the mistake. But, you know, not everyone's the same. You know, some people will not be able to learn, and that's just the fact of life. And some people can't, and some people have to be away from other people, you know? And I don't like the fact that we just assume everyone is like that, where they need to be away from everyone. And I think that's what I'm really trying to say here. I don't think there's a lot of people in the world that deserve to be locked up for as long as they are. There's a lot of people who, for faulty drug charges, being forcibly tried on something they didn't do. You know, shit like that. I don't know. It was interesting. I know, it's something you don't expect to see or talk about in Animal Crossing. But I definitely can't say that I'm like a saint or anything related to it. Like I said, if something like that happens to my family, I'd be pissed. I want that person dead, right? That's what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong feeling that way. Not at all. Let's see here. I pretty much got it, which is really good. I split the place in half, so let's see. Let's split it up more. Let's see how this goes. Oh, goodness. You want to know something else a little bit weird? Today's like a heavy episode, but you know what else is weird? So, there's like this YouTube thing going on. It's been like this for quite a long time. I want to say for like 6 to 7 years. There's a lot of playlists about, I think you may have seen this from like Nexpo. I think I got this from Nexpo, which is a YouTuber that I recommend. There's a lot of videos of people like hating little baby monkeys, monkeys within a sense. Now, you know, we see a lot of videos from places that aren't the U.S. and you see those little bastards doing things, right? They're little conniving. They trick people to get what they want. Right? They're doing what they like. They become completely reliant on humans, garbage and the waste that we create, and you know they steal food and whatever it may be. There's people that just don't fucking like them and treat them like mice, and it's very interesting to see because one, we see cute monkey, but for other people who are like, oh, these are the motherfuckers that will carry away my baby, if I don't watch them. So it's kind of interesting seeing that. There's these videos of like, you know, baby monkey crying or whatever it may be, and people are commenting and posting on it. It's like, yeah, that little bastards. I wish I could break their hands. I wish I could, you know, just pretty much wishing ill against these little baby monkeys. And it's very interesting. Like I said, this is pretty much coming from people who have to deal with these as a pest. You know, I don't think it's the best possible way to go with it, but I could definitely wholly understand, because the way that we treat, like, mice and stuff, like, I can understand it being viewed as that, like, yeah, you know. We have, like, these fucking death traps for these mice. I wonder if they have traps for monkeys, whoever it may be. I'm not exactly sure. It's also very interesting seeing monkeys interact. I know a viral video went out recently of a monkey, chilling and hanging out. Chilling and hanging out, and an adult monkey was trying to steal its food, and it was like ripping at the little baby monkey, like ripping it really hard and pulling it and biting it, and doing all these kind of violent things to it, and you're just kind of, you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ. But isn't that the human condition? When someone doesn't have anything, isn't that just greed, brother? Have something the other wants and they just completely hate the other person? Isn't that just greed, brother? I'm telling you right now, isn't that just greed? Isn't that just greed? Oh, my ear. Alright, let's see here. I am currently eating a whole bunch of cabbage. Let's see. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Today is like one of those episodes, right? Today is one of those introspective, talky episodes. I'm wondering if the young audience who sees me every once in a while, who comes at, like, you listen and hear my takes on this. Because I definitely don't expect you to believe everything I believe in. Definitely when it comes to, like, the rehabilitation. When it comes to that, everyone has, like, a different thing related to it. Like I said, most people just are instantly on revenge and using incarceration as a form of revenge. Incarceration is a form of slavery, right? It's turned into a slavery, and I find it rather disgusting, to be completely honest with you. I don't enjoy it. I don't like the idea of it. I've had tons of family members who, you know, pretty much were enslaved, and you know, and you're used to make money. It's fucking weird. Well, you're not paid a lot. I don't personally think just because you were, just because you did something awful doesn't mean you're you get to have your sensibilities stripped away from you, and being treated less than human. Right? You know, you get your freedom taken away pretty much, but I don't think you get everything more than that. Freedom is a lot bigger than most people think. You know. But like I said, I'm a different person. You know, I'm not you. Let's see. Let's see. Where is the half point then? Where, oh where would the half point be? I found the middle point. Where would the half point be? Let's see. I guess we'll count on the side here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There I go, making holes again. 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 here. Which I think will work out in the end, because we'll have 5 spots on each side. I can't get this one at all. Maybe I can. Maybe. No. 13, right? You have 13 spots there, yeah, mate? So let's say 5, 10. Excuse me. 5, 6, 7. I think right here would be the middle. I think. And then this is where I could put the water. Let's see. It should be 5 on each side from there, so. Or it may not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1. So this is 5. Look at that. Hey, look at that. I figured it out. Nice. Nice. I figured it out. Alright, so it wasn't too bad, huh? Part of me does want to increase this area a little bit more. I do want to get the zoning of this area a little bit more figured out. I could totally expand it more. There's gonna be no issue with that. So let's see. I might have a lot of, I might have a lot of bridges here. I know for a fact that I have bridges that just don't, that are kind of useless within a sense, and I kind of just want to redo them a little bit. Or they're there just to be there. And they're a path less traveled, I guess you can say. Let's see. I remember something way back when that I used to love a lot. There was something called College Humor that I used to watch when I was younger, and I thought it was like the best thing ever. I remember we would watch the videos. They would be on YouTube, and we would watch the videos at school and talk about a lot of stuff. One of my favorite was like the guy who's like in class. He was like, "Oh, what's it like being classy?" He's like, "Oh God, I've been here forever. What is going on? Oh my God!" And then like he'll look around. And he's like, "Oh, girl with big boobs. Girl with big boobs." He's like, "Oh, she's looking at me. Oh." You know, like I thought that was like the greatest, highest comedy way back when. I was like in love with it. Which I guess you can say is kind of cringy going on a little bit now, huh? Let's see. Now, I've stated prior, I want to make this into a nice little water square. Right? A little square of water. Can you not? Very cool. Let's see. Shave that part down. Why not? Very nice. Let's see. Very melon. Very melon. And let's see, we would want this to be moved over. It would have to be, let's see, I can figure this out now where it should be. If I do this, let's see, so we want 2 on each side, so it would be like, oop, didn't mean to do that, Jesus. Oh, you know what? I think it would just be moved over by 1. And I think that would be good. That'll fix a lot of things in a lineup, yeah. That's good. If I just move it by 1. And then, let's see. I think I can move this down and have this be here fine. No issue. There we go. There we go. Ain't nothing too bad there. Very nice. These will most likely have to be messed around with a little bit more. But at least I know how this is going to be split up, so that's good. Or I can keep it like this. I'm kind of liking this vibe of keeping it like this, to be completely honest with you. I think I really like it like this. This is something that I kind of dig. I don't think I should probably break apart too much, and I can do something with over here, and I could just flip what I wanted to do. 'Cause I think this is pretty good, the way it is. Yeah, this ain't bad. Too bad. Ain't too bad. I kind of like it. Alright. Yeah, I kind of like it. I do want... maybe right here. I think right here would be a good spot. Let's see, I have to move all these. These are expensive, so I can't just sell them. They're expensive to make. So I'm gonna go to Nook and see if I could go make one. Make a bridge, just for easier walking. Let's see here. Hello, Mr. Nook. Let's see. You think this is good? I really like these stone bridges, so I'm just gonna do these. Now, I have brick everywhere, so I'll do these, because I feel like this just looks good. Plug it in, plug it in. This just means this will need to be brought down to make it go. Let's see, I think this is gonna be perfect. Oh, no. I need to rethink it. I gotta step down one more. Let's imagine it. Ooh. There we go. That's it. That's it right there. Yeah. Nice. I get wonderful little fishies going through here, so that's pretty good. It's pretty nice. I think we're done for today. You know, I did a lot of progress, talk about a lot of things I probably shouldn't talk about, and explained my opinion a little bit wrong. Have a wonderful day, everyone. My name's Luna. As always, stay